Hello and happy MLK Day to you. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell so that you know each and every time I upload a video. Everything I will discuss in this video is alleged and in my very own opinion, used for entertainment purposes only. Today I will be doing a reaction to the video that Dr. Heavenly did with her daughter Alaura, announcing that she is moving back to Atlanta. Now let's get into it. And before I do, let me just say, please like this video on your way in, please and thank you. And hey, Sharon Godbolt, thank you so much for being here, sis. Hey, Mama Bees, thank you so much for being here. Hey, Kicking It with Courtney, thank you so much for being here, sis. And let's get into it. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. And I will be stopping this video periodically just to react. Hey, Soundcheck Annette, thank you so much for being here. And once I start the video, guys, put a 1 in the chat to let me know if you can hear it.
Come on, people. Come on. Now. Come on. We didn't announce it, but the people coming. You think they busy because it's the new year and it's 10, 11 o'clock in the morning? Mm-hmm. Let's see if we get some people in here. Come on, y'all. Let's go live.
And let me say this, guys. This video, she did this live on New Year's Day. Her and Alaura was in Jamaica.
Welcome to the live chat. How y'all doing? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How can I see my comments though? I don't know. All right, we got some people coming in. Hey, Alex, how are you? They coming on in. I see y'all. Hey, Shanetta. Hey. What's going on? Good morning. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. I know we look rough today, but that's okay because, you know, we out and about. You know what I'm saying? I look shiny or whatever, but I just put on my sunscreen because we down here in, where we at?
Jamaica.
We in Jamaica, Montego Bay. Listen, so this is a girl's trip. I am setting out the new year with my baby girl. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Y'all coming on through. Hey, what's going on? Listen, so I wanted to talk.
And guys, I wanted to just give you a little backstory. So the main reason why I wanted to play this video is for two reasons. One, to kind of research the situation to see if Dr. Contessa, if there was any truth when she said that Dr. Heavenly buys her kids, she buys love from her kids. And then also, so that we can kind of look into the situation that Dr. Heavenly could be potentially, influencing her daughter and just, being a bad example for her daughter. So we'll get more into it as the video goes on.
Talk to you guys about the new year and actually get y'all opinion on some things. And see what y'all like and what y'all don't like, okay?
Hey, so checking it. Thank you so much for being here.
Do you want to talk about what your future plans is for 2025?
Check out these deals of the week at Walgreens.
Go ahead and get past this commercial.
Okay, y'all. So I originally said I didn't want to talk about my future 2025 plans, but
it's here. 2025 is here.
I can't change it. So I'm really contemplating leaning towards moving back home because I feel like I got my college experience out of FAMU. I feel like I went to FAMU to have some, just like a way to be away from home. I got to party, I got to study. You know what I'm saying? I learned a lot about myself. But I feel like after that 2-year mark, it got to, okay, I'm going out, I'm having fun. But at the end of the day, it's like I could be doing so much more with my time. And I feel like that's not something I would have come up with like through my mama. I had to find that out on my own. So now.
Let me say this, guys. First of all, her mom, according to what Dr. Tessa said, she got that beauty supply store for Alaura. And she was only 16 because she didn't want Alaura to move away and go to college. So she got that beauty supply store and Alaura worked there briefly, and she's going to talk about that. but she just wasn't ready to be a whole business owner, you know what I'm saying, at the age of 16. But again, like Dr. Contessa said, Dr. Heavenly tries to buy her kids, you know, by buying them homes, purchasing the business, and everything like that. So Alaura has been away at school for 2 years. And now that she's done all of her partying and things like that, because it looks like she really wanted to get away from her mom and just be independent, be on her own so that she can do whatever she wanted to do without the watchful eyes of her parents. So now that she's partied for 2 years, she wants to move back home. And it gets really interesting after this.
It's like, now that it's important to me, I want to act upon it because I feel like it's God telling me, hey, this is your time. You gotta maximize your time. I'm 19. I'm the youngest I ever be. I can make the most money I could ever make. So it's like, I gotta take advantage of that.
But is it really all about the money, or is it about the experience and enjoying and doing what you love to do?
I love doing makeup. I love doing vlogs. I love talking. So it's like, why can't, and you'll see people that are making so much money off of that, y'all. So much money.
Did y'all hear that?
Doing what they love.
Doing what they love. I like to eat. You know what I'm saying?
She said that there's so many people making so much money off of doing blogs. So basically, she wants to do what her mom is doing right now, which is this YouTube. Yes, Dr. Heavenly is a dentist. That's not appealing to her. She's going to say, you know, moving on in this video, that she thinks that, you know, being a dentist is nasty, being in people's mouths. She's going to mention that. So right now she's going to school to be a doctor because she said she kind of didn't want to be a dentist, but then she's going to change it and say that she's going to go to school to be a dentist so that she can get, you know, she's going to be a doctor, you know, whatever it takes. She's going to be a doctor, even if she, you know, moves back in with her, well, moves back to Atlanta. She still plans on getting her degree, but I don't see that happening once she moves back home, gets comfortable. And she's also, Dr. Heavenly is also going to say that her and Alaura are going to start a YouTube channel so that they can give you the different views from the different generations. But she also said that Alaura is going to also start her own channel. Like, when is she going to have time to go to school? And she also said that her classes are online anyway, so it really didn't even make no sense for her to be in Atlanta, you know, to allow her mom to pay all of her bills. But let's continue.
Saying people like to do mukbangs, do food reviews. Why am I not making money?
I like
off
to
that?
eat too.
Yeah.
Can we do it together?
We gonna do it.
We gonna do it
We
together.
gonna do it.
My broke best friend. Now listen, the
I'm
people
not
keep asking, so you got to actually talk about it because this is what we do.
Alfin,
The people say,
so
what
much
do you
for being
think
here,
about,
sis.
and be respectful.
Mhm.
What you think about Dr. Contessa saying me buying you, because she said that your beauty supply store, our beauty supply store was a failure. What do you think about that?
Okay, what do you want me to talk about? The beauty supply store?
You can start with that.
Okay, starting with the beauty supply store. I feel everything is how you look at it, right? You can see it as a failure. I see it as I was able to learn how to run a business successfully, even though I left and my mom wasn't really interested in keeping it and going over there. So it's like, why am I paying rent and nobody's taking care of the beauty supply? You know what I'm saying? So I would have done the same thing because she's not interested in beauty. I am. So it's like, I was in college. I thought she could hold it down for a year, y'all. I really did. But she wasn't interested in that. And that's okay. I feel like going to
And really, Alaura, you really thought that your mom could run her dentist office, be on this show, Married to Medicine, and also help run that beauty supply store that she purchased for you. And, you know, just because you're starting to sound like a spoiled rich kid, you decided that you wanted to, you know, just forget about the beauty supply store that you allowed your mom to purchase and go to school in Florida. Like a total waste of money. But hey, it's not her money, so she didn't care.
beauty, I had a great time. I learned how to be a boss. And I feel like at the time, because I was 16, I wasn't ready. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't ready. And I didn't realize I wasn't ready, but it's like, you don't know.
I get that she wasn't ready. I mean, at 16, running a beauty supply store, she wasn't ready. So I'm not sure why, you know, Dr. Heavenly thought that she was mature enough to be able to run a beauty supply store.
you ready until you are. I know I'm ready now because it's all I think about. So it's like, you just gotta, everything happens for a reason, right? We had Heavenly Beauty. I went to school. I learned a lot about myself. I learned independence. I learned, well, not complete independence. Of course, my mama still paid my bills, y'all. But you know what I'm saying? In other aspects, I really did learn independence. So,
Did y'all hear that? She said, my mom is still paying my bills. And Alaura plans to move back to Atlanta, but she doesn't want to live with her parents. She wants her mom to pay for her to have her own apartment. Now, is that spoiled or what? Now, I done got you a beauty supply store that you were not interested in. So I had to close that down. You done went to school to party for 2 years. Now you want to move back home and you want me to pay for an apartment when you can just, when you're really only going to be going to school online, and you want me to pay for you to have an outside apartment? Like, really? Okay, girl. And Alpha MC said, Alaura never seemed to be interested in that beauty supply store to me. That seemed like a flex for Dr. Hellish to show for the gram. And I agree, Alpha MC. And give me 1 second, guys. Let me just get caught up on some of these comments. Hey, TNTG Mom, thank you so much for being here. Yep, that's Minnie, Dr. Heavenly. She looks just like her. 16 child. That's what I'm saying. Who buys their child a beauty supply store at the age of 16? And Mama B said they both sound so condescending. They both my nerves. And Kicking It with Courtney said she sound like Portia. She probably gonna act like Portia too. If we being for real. And TNTG Mom said, bye, spoiled brat. FMU won't miss you. All she did was party anyway. She had a few online classes and that was it. And Alpha MC said, with their daughter being the youngest and the only daughter, Dr. Devlish and Dr. Damon will allow her to do whatever she wants until she's about 30. And I can see that. I can see where the boys are probably going to be more independent, because keep in mind, they have to have a wife one day. So they're not going to be able to ride off their parents' coattail. You know, their future, wife or girlfriend or whatever is going to want them to be independent and have their own. When it comes to a daughter, you know what I'm saying? She might be looking for a man to take care of her. So until then, she's going to allow her parents to do so. But let's get back into it.
with that being said,
my neuropathy is almost gone now. My iron is finally going up.
Nice.
It was from 13 to 19.
I can't say how anybody would see that my mama, what did she say?
Failed it. It was a failure.
No. What did she say about
Me buying you?
I don't know nothing.
Yeah, you definitely are.
My thing is,
wait a minute. Somebody wants you to clarify. Are you finishing school?
I'm finishing school, y'all. That's one thing y'all never have to worry about, baby. I'm gonna get my degree and y'all gonna call me Dr. Laura. Dr. Laura. Okay.
That's important to me because I feel like education is most important.
I don't believe
That's important to me, but I feel like I could be doing a lot more outside of school, which is why, because a majority of my classes are online.
She's contradicting herself.
Why I'm taking the steps that I'm taking.
She just said she feels like she can be doing more outside of school. So I think whatever she's thinking that she can do to make more money, that's going to take precedence over her going to school. After her mom has done all this, got this beauty supply store. She didn't want to do that. She wanted to go to school. She don't want to do that anymore after partying for 2 years. Now she wants to start a YouTube channel, and kind of put school on the back burner and continue to take some online courses. Okay.
Because I could do a lot more with that free time.
So no, Dr. Contessa was not right because that store was profitable. We actually were in the Fortune magazine because it was a 6-figure store. Together we did it. But in order to do the store, she had to be there. I had to be there. We had to run specials. We had to do TikToks every day.
I'm pretty sure I heard that there wasn't a lot in that store and they didn't get much business. So now they were in what she say, a magazine for us. I didn't quite catch it, but I ain't buying that.
And honestly, I make good money in my office. So the 10 grand she was profiting a month, I make off of one patient. So it wasn't worth my time. I was investing in her. So no, it was not a failure. I mean, she learned a lot, but I was not interested. And honestly,
You don't think if this 16-year-old was making 10 grand a month, she wouldn't want to do it? Like, I'm just not buying these lies. Dr. Heavenly is lying through her teeth.
I will say this. A partial truth is I tried to buy my daughter to stay in Atlanta because I did not want her to go to a HBCU, but I respected her enough to allow her to have that experience. In fact, I was going to buy her house here because she could afford to pay for it with the beauty supply store. Mm-hmm. I bought a beauty supply store. She wanted that HBCU experience at my alma mater. How could I be mad at that? Mm-hmm. So failure, we learned a lot. She left. I didn't want to do it. 10 grand a month ain't, I'm not trying to be boastful, but 10 grand a month ain't nothing to.
And yes, Alpha MC, she took about 3 courses, and Dr. Heavenly is trying to get her to tell them, like, that she made straight A's, but she's even going to be honest to say that she only had a few online courses, just pre-courses or whatever the case may be. But Dr. Heavenly is trying to get her to be on here lying about what she's been doing while she was at FAMU for the last couple of years. And yes, she sounds a lot like Dr. Heavenly. Hey, beautiful Linda Gamble. Thank you so much for being here. Hey, Cece. Thank you so much for being here, sis. And Courtney said she wants to be an influencer like the rest of young Atlanta. That's true because Cynthia Bailey's daughter is also an influencer and she's doing very well. And that's why I say that I think this is going to take precedence over her going to college because she see what her mom is doing. She probably knows how much money that her mom is making having this YouTube channel. I'm pretty sure her mom is, encouraging her behind the scenes because she see that she's not interested in school. So I'm not saying that it's a bad thing. We all know, especially if you're a content creator, that there is money to be made out here on these YouTube streets. But you know what I'm saying? She's all over the place at this point. She doesn't know exactly what she wants to do. And Sharon says, the daughter irks my nerves already. And just imagine if she's a little heavenly mini-me, what that's going to look like. And Alf MC says, I don't think she's going to finish school. She may get her AD and not a BA, but I don't see her getting a MBA. Exactly. I don't either, to be honest. And everybody is just speaking. Yes, it's almost like she told her what to say. It seems a little rehearsed, except for Alaura is not really saying what her mom wants her to say because Alaura knows that there's people out there who knows the real. So she's not willing to sit up there and tell all those lies. And Alf MC says you were going to buy her a house, not allow her to get an apartment or condo first. Wow. Mm-hmm. And Cece said, oh, she's speaking to everybody. And Sharon says that Dr. Heavenly is always boastful. Yes, she's definitely doing a lot of this for the gram. And Kicking It with Courtney says, what's wrong with HBCUs? Not a damn thing. Kicking It with Courtney. Let me see. 1, 2, 3. I have 3 nieces, 3 to 4 nieces that all went to FAM. So I'm big on FAMU because that's where at least 3 of my nieces went. Hey, Helen, thank you so much for being here. And Cece said they have HBCUs in Atlanta. Couldn't she just transfer and be an influencer? Well, that's what she plans on doing. There are a lot of nice HBCUs in Atlanta. So she plans on, moving back home, her mom paying for her an apartment and taking courses online. But if she has to go in, she can, there's definitely some, colleges in Atlanta that she can go to. And Kicking It with Courtney says no at the network specialist. I would encourage her to finish school. I just noticed she's giving that influencer talk. Yes, it seems like that's what she's into. She's talking about how much she loves makeup, this and that. We know she loves weave. So, it's definitely giving influencer. And TNTG mom says in college, they don't care where you come from. You have got to do the work. Yeah, she's trying to get that, privilege. And Alpha MC says, Cece, I think she's the fast money and lifestyle of a social influencer. Going to school is not glamorous to her. Exactly. I hope she doesn't walk around acting like her mother. Elaine's age group has too much to lose to punch her in the face. Alaura's age group, not so much. Like her age group, they're gonna be calling her out. They're gonna talk about her mama. They're gonna bring everything up if she rubs them the wrong way. And kicking it with Courtney says, shout out to FAMU. My son wants to attend. Yes, shout out to FAMU. Spelman or Clark. They're going to mention those two schools coming up in this video. Hey, IPV, thank you so much for being here. She's listening from the bushes. Let's listen to Alaura.
To me, but it would have paid her rent. You see what I'm saying? So it gave her the opportunity to learn how to run a business, right? And learn at 16, she knows more than most people about business because she's a part of Dr. Heavenly University. And it ain't just me. It's Dr. Jackie coming in, Dr. Jada with the personal development. We brought in our team of financial planners, all of that. So I'm gonna let you continue, but go ahead. So
where was I?
Do I buy you?
No,
I do invest a lot.
She invests in me, but I feel like, how do I say this? I'm just
saying
really,
something to talk about.
You know what I'm saying? I can't really. I feel like people don't realize the life that I live is the only life that I'm used to, right? So it's like, I'm used to my mama paying for stuff. I'm used to my mama doing certain things. But at the end of the day, if my mom didn't have what she had, or if my parents didn't work or something, God forbid, you know what I'm saying? I would still be here. So how do anybody figure that?
File free in the app if you didn't use us last year. Just file with TurboTax Do-It-Yourself by February 18th.
Y'all to pay attention
All tax
to
forms and
how
situations.
Heavenly knows
Get the
how to shut her
TurboTax app
mouth
now.
when she needs to. Come on now, commercials.
I just have a hard time believing that people really believe that I'm only my mama daughter because she paid my bills. You know what I'm saying? That don't make no sense.
I think that
You don't have
any
any choice in that
you know,
part.
me and Fucky Dineva had this conversation, and I was saying, you know, it's a social experiment again because we don't know how these kids gonna show up. But I think that we worked hard because we didn't have. We didn't have. My mama couldn't do it. She couldn't do it. She did the best she could with what she had. But if you got it, I don't see anything wrong with nepotism and helping your kids grow up. And
At this point, I think Alaura needs a little tough love. Like, if she moves back to Atlanta, she's probably already moved back to Atlanta. She would not be getting no apartment. She would stay there at that house because I'm not going to pay no more money on you to have an apartment outside of the house when you went to school and partied for 2 years. And now you want to move back home and you want me to pay for an apartment because now you're used to having your own place. No, it doesn't work like that. There's a give and take. You know what I'm saying? You show me that you're willing to, stick to something, and then maybe we can have a conversation. But the fact that you want to move back home and now you want me to pay for an apartment, no, it doesn't work like that. And let me see here. And TNTG Mom says, my cousin works with the band at FAMU. FAMU. Okay, nice. I love their band. And Sharon says, girl, please. And IPV said, they just alike. My goodness, she sounds just like her mama. And she's trying to butter her mom up because she wants that apartment paid for. She doesn't want to move back in with her mom because she want to be able to wild out, still party and everything. She's just changing locations. And Alpha MC says, do you buy your child? Yes, she does. All parents do to a certain degree. She sounds entitled like most young people of her generation. Who asked that dumb question in the chat? Okay. And Cece said, Alaura's not coming across well to me in this video. I've seen about 2 of Noelle Bailey's videos, but I don't recall cringing when she spoke. And I used to watch Noelle when she first came out. I haven't checked her out in a minute, so I'm pretty sure she's doing really well at this point. Guys, make sure you're liking that video and subscribing to the channel if you're new here.
And live a soft life that she's living. And you know I love my kids with all my heart, and I'm gonna do whatever. That's what I'm working for. That's what my husband works for. So whatever we do, we gonna do it for the kids.
Mm-hmm.
I got everything in this world I ever wanted. I swear to God, I do. I got the houses, I got the cars, I got the kids, I got the man. Everything I do now.
That sounds like a setup for disaster. She's already talking to this girl about living the soft life. This girl ain't even lived life, and you talking about a soft life? Come on.
Now, because I could retire today and be fine. I do for my children. That's why I'm reinventing Dr. Smile by Dr. Heavenly for Zachary.
Mm-hmm.
Zachary wants to be a dentist. He wants to own his whole lab. So I'm going to CE courses, learning how to run a lab, all this so we can make the prices lower, but of patients. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the number one thing. If we send our stuff out, it's higher. So if our all on four were 32,000, 28,000, now we can lower it to 15,000.
Zachary deserves everything that you're doing for him because he's graduated from college and now he's going back to school for the dentistry part of it.
Start now and help more people. So my son is into that. Alaura wants to do beauty, hair, blogging, all that I love doing. I can't tell my kids what to do, but she also gonna be a doctor.
Right.
She got to have something to fall back on. This is what I'm teaching y'all.
And
I think I put that in her mind, just like my mama put it in my mind at a very young age. You're gonna be a doctor because nobody can take that education
from you, right?
Away from you. Now you got enough hours to be a junior now, or you still a sophomore?
I'm still a sophomore.
Okay, but you got one more semester to be a junior, right?
Yeah, give or take. I gotta take some extra classes, but
okay. So you almost a junior. So you're gonna go to school online at FAMU and then move back to Atlanta?
So because I am pre-med, there's gonna be some classes that I would have to take in person. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be.
But right now, it's a junior, it's a sophomore.
Right now,
junior.
a sophomore. A lot of my stuff is like, what am I trying to say?
Online,
online, and it's
virtual.
Basic stuff that everybody's doing. Jesus. So it's like I can do that online. If I do need to go in person, I can take a class at Georgia State. You know what I'm saying? Or any place.
Or Spelman or anywhere.
Any college.
Clark. I like Clark, Atlanta too. A lot of entrepreneurs graduated from Clark.
I think Georgia has a lot of great colleges. So it's like.
And your GPA, what did you make this semester in school?
I don't know.
I'm talking about your grades. You showed them to me. No, I'm saying, what were your grades this last semester? What grades did you make this last semester?
I had A's, but I only had a couple of classes, y'all. I don't want y'all to. I was.
You had 4 classes.
3. I had
3 in the lab.
We need a
her
symbol
mom trying to get
that
her to
can unite us.
But again, she know her friends know Brit.
Yes. Well,
so that's
I don't have a lab.
Okay. I thought you had lab. But anyway, what grades did you make?
I had all A's, y'all.
I mean, my baby's smart like me. She got a mouth like me, but she's smart like me. I train my kids. All my kids are geniuses. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. Damon made great babies. That's all I can say about it. They say basic class can be at a community college. You're right, but she's already accepted to all these schools. So she's at a college now. She's going to finish up. So you want to move back to Atlanta?
Yes.
Somebody in the chat said basic classes could have been taken at a community college.
And this is my choice, y'all. I don't want y'all to feel like I'm
ecstatic. I'm happy. My best broke fan is back. But I didn't
take the broke away.
I'm taking it out of my mouth for 2020.
She told her mama, look, you're gonna have to take the broke away. I can't continue to be your broke best friend, honey, because I got what you got. My best beautiful entrepreneurial rich friend.
Right.
My rich friend is moving back to Atlanta.
She said, I did classes online as a surgical tech. You can do like medical terminology.
Yeah.
Right. I did medical terminology online. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot.
They say they thought you were pre-law. Where did you get pre-law from?
I talked about briefly wanting to pursue law. I think if I did, I would be beautiful at being a lawyer. Right now,
just like I said, she's all over the place. She doesn't know what she want to do. Basically, what she want to do is spend her parents' money. That's what she want to do.
on the medical path.
Because Phaedra talked to you about being an
If I
attorney.
change my mind, then I'll let y'all know. Y'all be updated.
I think it's all good. As long as you get the education, you get the doctors in jurisprudence, dentistry, medical, whatever. All I'm saying is
that's the problem. It doesn't look like she's going to do that, Dr. Heavenly. It doesn't look like she's going to get the education. It looks like she's going to depend on your money and want to party.
I know you can make money being an entrepreneur, but you always want something to fall back on. I think you can get a beautiful husband, but always have your own. That's what I'm teaching my babies.
Don't depend on no man.
At all. I think they respect you more when you got your own. That's it. And to me, if you're staying home, this is just my opinion, and people do what they want to, whatever makes you happy. But what I've seen is when people stay home and be totally dependent on someone else, whether it's male or female, the person respects you less. But not only that, you feel like the quality of life, your reason for, you don't have a reason. You got to have something. Even if you work part-time like I do, you got to have something you love doing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I think if you're going to do it, you might as well make some money doing it.
Right.
I love it. I love it. And I'm hoping that y'all are learning something from us, because I know our relationship is probably not normal.
Not at all. And Alpha MC said Noelle was very grounded and knew exactly what she wanted to do. She told her mom and dad what she wanted after she took an internship with a dental program. I think she didn't rely on her parents. And I remember that. I remember when she got her first place. And Sharon said, no, Heavenly, you don't have the man, allegedly. And Cece said, I don't believe she'll be a doctor. She doesn't seem to want to school. Exactly. And now she's saying she's going to be a dentist. There's too much involved in being a doctor. But then again, she says that she doesn't want to work in people's mouth. So I don't see that happening. She's too prissy. And Sharon said, this girl ain't did a damn thing in college. Not nothing. She didn't even know what her grades were, but her mom kept trying to get her to say that she was making all A's. She's a freshman, right? I think she says that she's a sophomore. And Mama B says at the rate she will graduate at 60. She just gonna drop out and her mom gonna continue to fund her. And Alpha MC said Sharon Gabo, it sounds like she just went to school to have the college experience and party. That's what it sounds like to me too, Alpha MC. She just wanted to go and party and have that whole college experience just to be able to say that she went to college. And everybody is agreeing. Hey, Yvette Thomas, thank you so much for being here. I think this is your first time. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and like this video. And Alpha MC says, I think Dr. Hellish wants her to be a doctor, but she sounds like she wants to be a socialite like Toya. Exactly. But I kind of think that she's okay with her being a socialite because they're going to start a YouTube channel together. She's going to have 2 YouTube channels. And it's a lot of work being a content creator. So that's why I don't believe she's going to finish school, because that's just too much on her plate for somebody who's not used to doing a lot and having everything handed to you. Now you're going to have 2 YouTube channels and you're going to go to college. I don't see it. Hey, Aunt Trisha, thank you so much for being here. And Yvette says, hello, I am new to your channel. Not a day without Jesus. That's right, Yvette Thomas, not a day. Hey, Janice Dawkins. She wanted to get away from her mother. That's what I think too. She wanted to get away from her talking ass mom. And thank you so much for being here, Janice. Make sure you subscribe to the channel.
You know what I'm saying? It's not the norm. But do y'all feel what I'm trying to teach my daughter? Education is important, but also doing what you love.
Right.
So what do you think, Alaura? We've been on here. Oh, okay. We've been on here a little minute.
Florida homeowners, did you know that right now you can get a brand new AC unit for your home at no cost to you?
I think that you
and stay at home if you're happy, but are they happy? If they got to keep drinking and doing what they doing, you know what I'm saying?
Because if you sitting down and you depending on your man could get up at any point.
But y'all bringing up Toya. Toya make good money. In fact, she makes more than Dr. Eugene on the show. So please don't use Toya. Toya in her storyline does not make money, but Toya makes good damn money. Toya makes millions, okay? Over a million.
I think that's a beautiful storyline to have that I put up.
So she's trying to use Toya to say that Toya is making a lot of money. So she's really trying to tell y'all that she's making a lot of money, low key, because she likes to brag.
My man paid my bills, you know what I'm saying? That's beautiful.
I agree.
But just know, if that were my storyline, I wouldn't be making so much money on the side.
Right.
So much.
Right.
Because all I'm doing is sitting home.
They ask you, what type of doctor do you want to be?
I right now am looking at pursuing dentistry like my mama.
Of course. Why? Because it's me?
It's not because it's you. I think I used to be really afraid, not afraid, but I didn't like dentistry because I feel like the mouth is like dirty. Like
it's the most bacteria anywhere in the world.
People come into your office with any type, like, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like the bigger.
Guys, the fact that she's even saying that, she is not going to be a dentist, okay? She could tell that lie to somebody else.
Picture of it is making people happy, and I enjoy doing that. Like, I'm a people pleaser. I love making people happy. You know what I'm saying? And making people beautiful. I'm a very aesthetic person. Like, I love makeup, I love teeth, I love hair. You know what I'm, my hair don't, you know what I'm saying? My wig fell off, y'all. But
it's all right. It's all right. We've been in the water. We've been in the Jamaica. So of course our stuff fade together, but we ain't worried about that.
I don't want to be no pharmacist, baby.
No, she don't want to be a pharmacist.
I just don't have no interest. It was never.
Why do you want to be a dentist though, specifically?
I want to be a dentist because
that's a great point. Let me catch up on these comments before I let her tell y'all why she wants to be a dentist. And Courtney says she wants to make sure no one can say she is not successful, so Hellish will back her by any means necessary. And I absolutely believe that she's definitely going to back her daughter no matter what. And Courtney says, how often is her dental office open? Heavenly said herself, she only works part-time. She said that herself. And Alpha MC says, wait a minute, Dr. Devilish is giving Toya Harris props for being a successful socialite, housewife, reality talk star. That's what I was trying to say, Alpha MC. She was pretending to be giving Toya a shout out, but she's really giving herself a shout out to let y'all know what she's making on the show. That's how I feel about it. And Sharon says Heavenly will be totally in control of her channel and it will be scripted. I see fakeness coming. I can see that too. Hey, Rory Axe, thank you so much for being here, sis, in the bushes. And Cece said college isn't for everyone. Trade schools are out here. Mel said she's not going to stress her kids to go to a four-year college if they want to be entrepreneurs, but they need an associate's degree. Got it.
I love
making people beautiful.
I told you, making people beautiful. It's and I don't want to subject that to one thing. Like, I think I will always be in the beauty industry, in makeup, in hair, and whatever I choose to do. But doing teeth on the side. I mean, doing that on the side is doing teeth.
You know, one thing about my practice, and I cater to everybody. Like, you know, initially, I used to say I cater to natural looking dentition, natural teeth, right? Mm-hmm. So initially, and still so, probably more 60 to 70% of my patients are older, meaning they don't have teeth or they need replacement teeth. So we do a lot of full arches. We do a lot of implants and stuff like that. But I think there's a younger generation to be catered to. And we do it as well, but just not as much as far as the veneers and the white. Mm-hmm. I never liked the white. I never did, but it's a market for that. I inform people. Some people think it's beautiful.
White sometimes.
Exactly.
So it's just.
And see, guys, she's talking about the younger generation and what they like and how they like the whites because she's trying to lure Alaura in because she sees that Alaura is not into dentistry. So she's trying to, lure her in by saying that this is what the younger generation is into. You can make a lot of money doing this, catering to the younger generation. Like, she's really trying to pull her back in.
It's all in your preference.
I wouldn't discourage people to get the white teeth, but now they want the white, they want the diamonds in their teeth. And I'm saying, who am I? I could talk down about tattoos. I hate tattoos. But if you want them, you ain't getting none. But if you want them.
I have one, y'all. I do have one. I'm not getting no more. But
gonna beat your ass. But okay. Don't you do not show. Okay, thank you.
I'm gonna show y'all one day.
So, any more questions for Alaura? I'm ecstatic that she's saying that she's gonna come home. But now, you gonna stay with me?
Now, listen, that was a big thing, y'all. I personally,
my house is big. I got 8 bedrooms and 6 bathrooms, 7 bathrooms.
Ask myself, y'all, I'm not that type of kid that can stay. I know, because when I come home for breaks, I know I'm not the kid that can stay in the house. I can't be in the house. You know what I'm saying? I can't do it. I'm too old. I've outgrown the house. I really have. So it's like, if I come from having an apartment in Tallahassee.
At Universal Technical Institute, auto or diesel mechanic training is
Like, you know what I'm saying? I would have to.
Well, you know what? There's a smart way to do everything. Right. I know that people don't want to hear this, but now that Trump is in presidency, right? A lot of people are spending money on different things because as a business owner, I know that certain things I can write off. For example, you know, with the Section 179 that Trump put in office for me, you know what I mean? Y'all voted against y'all issues. I voted against mine as well because Trump actually benefits. I know that's wrong to say.
I'm not staying at home, y'all. I'm sorry.
Benefits the business owner. He just does. If you make over $400,000, $500,000 a year, it benefits you. So if you buy a truck,
did y'all hear how, you know, confident like she is about not staying at home? She just know her mama gonna pay her bills. She was just like, "Oh, I'm not staying at home. I'm sorry." She got it like that.
Truck that's over 6,000 pounds, you can write it off dollar for dollar. Why not do that? You know what I'm saying? If you, for example, if I rent a space and make it a content studio, you know what I'm saying? I can write it off 100%. I'm still maximizing my 401k, her IRA, all of that, because she'll be on my payroll. Right. You know what I'm saying? And she gets to participate in all. So everything on the top, we learned this from Dr. Heavenly University.
Sound like you buying your daughter to me. I'm sorry. That's exactly what it sounds like. You already done set everything up in her mind. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you're gonna buy this studio, you're gonna write it off. You know what I'm saying? Come on, Dr. Heavenly.
Everything you can write off, deferred or just a write-off, you do it. Anything that's not, you don't, right? So you still investment. I think when investments, the main thing is being diversified. I think the thing that kills people's investment is if they got one stream of income. I'm always teaching 7 streams. That's biblical. So 7 to 8 streams of income, depending on what Bible you're reading. You know what I'm saying? So you got to have multiple streams of income. I'm teaching my daughter, dentistry will always be a winner. You'll be able to make good money with that. Okay. Secondly, if she wants to do a makeup line or whatever she's doing, and she wants to build her own business, we teaching it at Dr. I know how to do that based on the
sure you're gonna fund it for her, Dr. Heavenly.
People that I have in my pocket. So you're looking forward to Alaura coming out with makeup, clothing line, probably t-shirts, that kind of stuff.
That's all gonna happen. It's all
and she's been able to get millions of views promoting other people's shit stuff. Excuse me, I said I wasn't gonna curse no more. This is a new year, y'all. I messed up already. But promoting other people's shit. So I think that this younger generation, with the platforms they have, can do an amazing job and can help more people. Because I'm telling her, you got to put more seeds out there to help people. You know what I'm saying? That's the main thing. When you got to give back to the community. Don't give it away in your business, because I done tried that. Do not do that in business. But if you're gonna give away, do it with the community, with the churches, that kind of stuff. I think that's important to do, and I think it's an obligation for her to do and us to do.
Right. Oh, I hear a lot of people asking me why I don't do that.
I'm not a Trumper. I'm just saying I will heed to the benefits of Trump because that's already happened. You know what I'm saying? I voted against Trump. I've been doing videos and vlogs explaining to people why not to vote for it, because it's not for the average person. You got to understand that. But because y'all voted for him, whoever voted for him, the people that's getting deported, I got to benefit from the laws that he's going to, put forth. You know what I'm saying? And the economy, I'm hoping, will get better. The tariffs is going to hopefully, and people say negative things either way, but hopefully if there's tariffs with different companies, that will encourage, and this is what they're thinking, encourage companies to move their manufacturing back to the United States. That's why when they get rid of all those people, if the companies come back to the United States out of China and all those places, then they don't have a tariff on bringing imports in, right? They make this stuff here. That's the benefit of it. So I'm saying it's probably going to help the economy. Hopefully.
Just looking at this, and they're supposed to have a podcast together, YouTube channel together. I don't think that's going to work. They're not on the same page. They don't like the same things. You know what I'm saying? Like, she can't even really like jump in here and there just to entertain her mom with whatever she's talking about. So I don't see them doing well at trying to have this podcast that shows the different views of the different generations. I don't see that doing well at all. And I think Alaura gonna get tired of that real quick. Maybe her own, she might do better, but the one with Dr. Heavenly, I don't see that working out.
Hopefully, I don't know. But you look at your economists and look at it, because we teach all the sides of it through Dr. Heavenly University. But it's just, you never know what the final result is going to be. Mm-hmm. But the thought process, in their thought process with the Republicans, if they put tariffs on it, yes, the stuff going to go up. They say it's going to be necessary for that stuff to go up initially. But it's
that's who she's trying to copy off of, CC, Mariah, because that's exactly what she has going on. She's trying to compete with Mariah.
Going to encourage these big corporations to move their stuff back to the United States. But anyway, that's on another story, another day. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he has good ideas. I'm just saying, everything will cost too much.
Jennifer said, quit ignoring her comment.
What is your comment? Because if she would have said it right then, Jennifer, we would have got it. Because it's moving quick, baby. It's moving quick. We're not trying to miss your comment. You know what I'm saying? Where's Daddy? Daddy, come in and say hello. Damon don't be on camera, and Damon's not here. This is a girls' trip. We're here together. Damon is with my boy. Well, no, Zachary's home with his friends. He's actually at my residence with a bunch of his friends from Meharry. And he's having a good time. Damon and Buddy, they're in a hotel staying because Zachary didn't want his family around, so he kicking it. But Buddy and Damon are together having bond men time that he needs, okay? So, yeah, that's what it is, okay?
File your taxes 100% free in the app if you didn't use us last year. Just file with TurboTax Do-It-Yourself by February 18th. All tax forms and tax situations. Make the switch to TurboTax Do-It-Yourself and file free by February 18th.
Do you know what eating cabbage can do to your heart?
No, they did.
Cabbage is a cruciferous vegetable that resembles lettuce.
Companies won't move back because of it, but labor is cheaper. But if you're getting a tax coming back 25%.
And Sharon said she's telling her what to say. That girl don't have an original thought in her head. And when she does, Heavenly changes her thoughts. You know, when she was 5, like, she talked a lot more. Like, she had more thoughts, it seems like, than she do, you know, as an adult. Like, she was quick with it when she was 5. Her clapbacks, her shade, everything was on point. I don't know what happened. Now she acts like she doesn't really know what to say. Okay, got it. Thanks for that. And she says Dr. Devilish loves to hear herself talk. And Cece said the last time tariffs didn't make companies come back, she's a 47er. And kicking it with Courtney says, I'm stressed listening. And Sharon said, shut up, Heavenly. We don't want to talk about the orange man. Of course, Damon is not there. Of course, he didn't want to spend his New Year's Eve and New Year's Day with his wife. Of course.
I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And I think that, I don't know. That's what the big economy. Mainly because of God, but secondly, because I always had a foul back with my man. My man was going to make money regardless. So, you know what I'm saying? I was more of a risk taker. So I will say this. My second year of being in practice, I don't for you, and we can get them financed. And they're going to be pretty because the lab is making them. We doing digital, all this digital stuff that I'm doing.
Don't nobody want to hear about all that.
People are people. So at the end of the day, if you get mad, just like Alaura says, she says, if everybody got their insecurities, everybody got their sensitivities, and we be drinking or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
It'd be a long day.
It's a social experiment. So you can't tell us how that is smart, married to a doctor, got beautiful kids.
Right.
But if you say the wrong, my sons act like my husband, my daughter act like me. And I don't think that's a bad freaking thing. I just don't. I love me some Dr. Heavenly. People don't understand it.
Do y'all remember that scene where her son Zachary told his dad that he wanted to be just like him? You know, he's a great man. And it brought Dr. Damon to tears. You know, because, I mean, and Dr. Heavenly got a little jealous about that, but we see who want to be like you, and it's Alaura. And I don't see her getting her degree. You know, I don't see her finishing a lot of things that she starts just because you're going to be there to bail her out, Dr. Heavenly. You're getting a really bad start with Alaura, and it seems like she's spoiled rotten.
Always throw mud. My whole thing is, when you read, for me, my reads are real. You know what I'm saying? My reads are true. I just don't make up shit and throw it at the door. Like somebody said, your daddy got kids out there with the last name Cans with. You know what I'm saying? Come on, y'all, really?
Daddy?
Really?
My daddy?
Y'all don't know that man. Y'all, just like y'all don't know me, y'all don't know that man. Baby. No, my man would never. My man would never, ever. But yeah, Damon and I are a good balance because Damon is the background. He's always gonna have my back no matter what. He know I'll be wrong half the time. He know it. But my whole thing is he's never gonna go against his wife because he feels like this is a TV show. He feels like it's not real, even though it is. And he
starting to feel like you got something over his head. And that's why he's not gonna go against you, Dr. Heavenly.
Feels like I'm gonna stay out of it unless a man comes at my wife and then I'm taking care, and I don't care what the hell happened. That's just how he thinks. Is that a wrong way to think?
What did you say?
The daddy. He don't really know what's going on. I really don't talk. When I try to talk to him about what's going on the show, he don't care.
He
don't know.
Go to work and he come home.
That's it. He don't care. So it's like, okay, let the women fight. They do what they do. He feel like it ain't real. He feels like I'm really good at it. But if a man gets involved and says something about Dr. Heavenly, then he don't give a damn what Dr. Heavenly did. He don't care. Now he will chastise me behind closed doors, but he's never gonna do it. He respects me. And I think
she got Alaura on there to back up everything that people are saying about her. That's why she did this live with Alaura, to clean up everything everybody has said.
You know, I don't know. Men respect it because you have your own. Men mouth is reckless because if you say my man ain't touching me, the first thing I'm gonna do you have that? Do you have that when you say that?
No offense. But if you're paying more than $30 per month on car insurance,
that could be
you're getting ripped off.
I can see it. And Cece said, actually, I think Elaine wants to set her kids up for Married to Medicine, the next generation. Y'all heard it here first. And Just Call Me Betty says, and thanks so much for being here, Just Call Me Betty. I think you're new here. Please make sure you subscribe to the channel and like the video. If her daughter acts like her, she's a fool too. She definitely is. I seen it when she was 5 years old. And she said her reads are trash. And she says, I do like that idea, CC. Yeah, that's a great idea. But I think Alaura might be the only one that wants to do it. And Sharon says, I don't watch Heavenly's channel because she's fake and won't be watching these two. Exactly. I don't, I'm not subscribed to her channel, but when there's something she's trending, I'll go and see what she got to say.
I really don't. So my measure of what's too far ain't right. Maybe it's off kill, but I feel like I'd be right on point. If you say my mama in hell, I'm gonna say she got a better chance in hell. You know what I'm saying? So understand me. I don't care. You know what I mean? That's what I think. So we go.
You ain't wrong. Girl.
Contessa is a great person, beautiful person. That's why she was my friend. I loved Contessa. I love Contessa. I still love her. But could I be a friend? No. I just think that when a man comes into play, we get delusional. You see it all the time. I just was watching a movie with Aretha Franklin. Everybody was trying to tell her, no, don't be with this man. It was obvious.
You too.
The man was jealous of her and all this, that, and the other. But she stayed with her man until she was ready to leave. You cannot get involved in that. And that's where I made my mistake. I'm thinking it's my friend. She gone. Let me support my friend. And that was not the right thing to do. But I loved her enough to do that. So that's what that is. That's all it is. Because they know I ain't wrong. They rally around me because they know I ain't wrong. Like if you bring up my man and say abuse and it's your husband abuse, you know I'm not gonna sit there and just take anything. You know what I mean? I'm just not. So I love the Lord. Anyway, which business class did you take insurance? Okay, first of all, I paid a financial planner. I came out of school and spent $75,000 on financial education where Bravo needs to show more people like this.
Herself.
I do all of this on Bravo. I actually did Dr. Heavenly University. There was a part we're going to do a Shark Tank thing. They couldn't get the licenses to do it or whatever. But they got to go with what say you not represent because you ran.
Girl, I got a whole degree.
I'm not finna do that. I'm not finna do that. Now I did go low and I apologize. And you know, that was not the way. At the end of the day, I feel like, and y'all tell me if I'm wrong, all publicity is good publicity. Now that Karen Huger shit ain't good, okay? Now the Phaedra shit that she went through wasn't good. But I'm saying all publicity is good publicity because at the end of the day, people don't remember from one episode.
So she's telling y'all why she's so messy because she feel like all publicity is good publicity. She doesn't care about the fact that, you know what I'm saying, her husband's a doctor, she's a doctor, dentist, whatever the case may be. She feels like all publicity is good publicity.
Episode to the next. They hate me one episode, they love me the next, right? But at the end of the day, after all this is over, and trust me, it'll be over at some point, Married to Medicine. You take all those followers and you take all that notoriety that you got and you get good PR and the people can see who you really are. I think you're going to win. That's my thought. Maybe that's my theory. Maybe I'm wrong, but I really do think I'm right. And based on what I can see, I'm right.
Who is better, Shopify or GoDaddy? It's not a preference.
Okay, guys.
You know what I'm saying about stuff and what they think. So
that's
I think
pretty much the end of the
she
video.
She is already happy. They're just not showing it. But we're going to thank God.
So I just wanted to give y'all a little intel on Dr. Heavenly and the road that, you know, Alaura is deciding to go down. She's following in her mom's footsteps and she wants to be an influencer. She wants to have, you know, a YouTube channel, and Dr. Heavenly wants them to collaborate on a YouTube channel. So this is what they have planned for the future of Alaura. I don't see her finishing college. Especially since all she did when she was there was party the entire time. And don't get me wrong, I know when you leave home, initially you're going to be into the party scene. But the fact, I mean, she could have did that in Atlanta. I think she just wanted to get away from her parents so that she could be independent and she could do whatever she wanted to do when she wanted to do it and have that whole college experience and all of that. And Sharon says, here she comes with the I love everybody lies. Okay. Hey, Jazzy, thank you so much for being here. And she says, Heavenly is a walking contradiction. Yes, exactly. Hey, Miss Globe Girl. She says, I would never let that woman near any teeth up in my mouth. Okay. And thank you so much for being here. I think you're new here. Please make sure you subscribe to the channel. And Sharon says, Heavenly, I don't love you on any episode. Not at all. And MAF says, I'm also stressed listening. This woman is irritating. Thank you so much for being here, MAF. I totally agree. And don't you forget to subscribe to the channel as well. Hey, Real Talk with Grace and Mercy. Thank you so much for being here, sis. Great to see you. So guys, that's going to be the end of this video. So if you have not done so already, make sure you like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell so that you know each and every time I upload a video. If you did not like this video on the way in, please like this video on the way out. And if you just happen to be catching the replay, make sure you drop down in the comments and let's continue to talk about it. Okay? And Destination Sunrise says, I'm glad you are not only calling her out, but shedding light on the real toxicity of this woman. Pure disgusting. Absolutely, Destination Sunrise. And thank you so much for being here and giving your feedback. I really, really appreciate it. And make sure you subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. And bye for now.